How can you quickly see logging from multiple Lambda functions when debugging in the console? Hey, I'm Eric Johnson, Principal Developer Advocate at AWS, and this is a Serverless DX answer. Developers tell us that switching context to see function logs slows them down. When modifying and testing Lambda functions in the console, they want the ability to stay on the same screen and see the resulting logs in real time. I'm excited to say that now it is possible to tail Lambda logs within the Lambda console with CloudWatch Logs Live Tail. Let's take a look. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the Lambda console. And you can see here I have my list of functions, and I have a function called Live Tail that we did just for testing this out. All right, so you can see in my code, very simple code, just a Python code that actually prints a message, raises an exception, and then also returns. So obviously the raise would block that out. So we're going to go ahead and comment that out for a moment, and we'll just deploy that change so we have it ready to just be kind of a happy path for the moment. Now, what I can do is I can actually go over to testing here, or the test tab, and I click CloudWatch Logs Live Tail. Now you can see on the bottom, we have CloudWatch Logs Live Tail. A window has come up that has controls on the left side and the actual logs on the right. So let's go ahead and start this. So now I'm waiting for logs to appear. Of course, in order to have logs, I need to go ahead and test the function. So let's pull this down just a pinch. We'll go to our test, and we'll actually just go over to our code, because now in the code, I can hit the play button here, and we'll invoke that. And now we've got an answer. So down here, we should see a log, and there it is. I'll pull this up so you can see it. It just says hello world. Now, the other thing about this is I can add filtering. So I'm going to go ahead and filter. I'll stop the logging. I'll add a filter on the word error. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring this exception back in so we see that, and I'll deploy my new version. And finally, once that's deployed, I'm going to start my logging, and we'll go ahead and invoke that again. And the interesting thing here is when the log comes in, you can see here that the only thing showing is the error. So this is a great way to drill down to those error messages right away. And then I can actually do a link over to CloudWatch to see the full message and all the logging here. Now, in the beginning, I said, how do you collect logs from many Lambda functions? The nice thing about this is I can actually choose up to 5 different log groups in here to have it run a log tail for those different logs. So you get a lot of those right in place, right here in the same console. And that's a quick look at CloudWatch Logs Live Tail in the Lambda console. Now, I know that developers are not usually building directly in the console. However, this is one of the many changes coming to improve console to desktop uniformity and portability. Keep an eye on this space for more DX improvements. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Again, I'm Eric Johnson, and this is a Serverless DX answer.